Welcome back. We're going to go through our top 3 love games of all time. Emil, you want to run down your top 3?
Yo, yeah, sure. Witcher 3, surprise, surprise, right? You got 2 love interests. No spoilers for Spiral because I know he wants to play it.
Thank you.
But the two girls that you kind of choose between are Triss and Yennefer. So there's love story there. It's kind of cool.
Every time you Google like love games, you see that guy in the hot tub with his legs out. What's up with that picture?
He's a ladies' man.
Everybody should watch that Clueless Gamer video with Conan O'Brien where he played The Witcher 3. Hilarious.
I don't think I saw that. I gotta check it out.
No, I haven't seen that either.
Then I would, for my second game, or I don't know which order I'm going in, but that was 3, I guess. So then 2 would probably be Link and Zelda, I would say. Any one of the series, really, I guess.
Do they ever fuck?
Nope.
There's always like a love interest, though.
It's off screen, Muff.
Yeah, they fuck off screen during the credits.
I noticed you didn't ask that about The Witcher, Muff, and that's.
I was going to get me some chips.
But yeah,
just plain potato chips for Muff,
2, and then Darkside's probably gonna flip out about this one, but I would have to say like Mario and Princess. Yeah, man.
No.
I also have
Can't go wrong.
Honorable.
Yeah, they've been friend zoning it for 35 years.
Yeah, I mean, Toad getting him more action than Princess Peach been getting.
Mm-hmm. Testify.
So, an honorable mention would be probably Kingdom Hearts with Sora and Kairi, however you say her name.
Yeah.
That's kind of a cool one. I've only played the first one on the PS2. I haven't played the other series, like 2 or 3. Is there a
I thought you
fourth?
were a big Kingdom Hearts guy. You've only played the first one?
I've only played the first one. I played the second one like halfway through maybe, and then just kind of stopped for no reason.
Right.
And there's 10 Kingdom Hearts games now, but there's just the numbered ones are 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, I also played like Chain of Memories, which was like a card game one.
On the Game Boy Advance, right?
Yeah, on the Game Boy Advance. And then I kind of just fell off on that, but that was a good love story, I think, with Sora and Kairi.
All right, cool. I'm going to run down my top 3. Number 3, Darkside, I've got a question for you.
See,
your boy.
Can love bloom on the battlefield?
I believe it can.
It can. So Metal Gear Solid is not really thought of as a love game, but when we picked this game, that was one of the first games that came to my mind just because I remember that scene.
That speech,
when Solid Snake is talking to Otacon and Otacon asks him if love can bloom on the battlefield. It's a really well-known scene. For some reason, that always stuck with me. So I picked that as number 3. Number 2.
Hold on. So that one fucking question means, it's a love game?
I mean, these top 3 picks are kind of loose definition,
Loosey goosey.
There's a subplot going on through like the second half of the game.
Yeah, and Otacon, he's in love with Sniper Wolf, and that's why he's asking about that. And then Solid Snake is kind of in love with Meryl and trying to save her and things like that. So I mean, there are definite different love relationships happening throughout the game, but that one scene is the one that stood out for me, that came to my mind. Number 2, Gitaru Man. So, I mean, it's really this boy, he just kind of has a crush on this girl, but there's one specific level where, this is a rhythm game for the PS2, there's this one specific level where you're playing an acoustic guitar, and you're on this deserted island or something like that, or I forget where you are, but the girl, you're playing this acoustic guitar to her, and then she kind of slowly leans over to you and starts to fall asleep while you're playing, and then all the animal buddies kind of scatter to leave you alone with her. It's just a really sweet, really cool moment of that game, and the song that plays in that game is my favorite one of the whole game. So that was my number 2. Number 1, Stardew Valley. This got number 1 because it actually has relationships that you get. So it's a farming sim kind of like Harvest Moon, but it has a big emphasis on relationships. And if you play as I think you only play as a male character, but you can court any of the male or female characters in the game.
Yeah, you can play as a female character.
Oh, you can. Oh, okay.
My wife beat the game.
If you if you pick to build relationships with characters, then you can see cutscenes that you would never see any other time of the game, and every relationship kind of has its own path that it goes down. And the one that I went to, this girl is living with her mom in like a trailer, and they have like an abusive relationship, and then you're courting her, or like you're building up your relationship with her, and then there's this like swimming kind of hot tub place in the game that you only go to during the day, but then she gives you a note like, meet me there at night, and then you go there and you go in the hot tub with her. It's like, it's all like
hardcore penetration
graphics. I mean, it's really like, it made me want to play the game and like explore all those different relationships. But I mean, that would take forever to go through and like court all of these different characters, but it was really cool. I mean, that like, the relationships in Animal Crossing are just so superficial, where it's like, oh, you talked to me 1,000 times. Here's my picture. Where Stardew Valley really has like meaningful relationships, which I guess Animal Crossing can't do because there's like hundreds of characters. But anyway, that was my number one.
Did I hear in Stardew Valley you can have children, or is that something that they talked about adding?
No, you can. Yeah, you can have children. It doesn't really do anything. It's not like the kids. I mean, there's been a lot of updates. I don't know if they've updated anything with that, but I mean, the kids are just kind of like babies hanging out at the house. It's not like
put them out in the fields to go work.
I mean, that would be ideal. I mean, that would be a good update if they could grow and assist with the farming and stuff. But there's nothing really like that.
I've kind of been interested in this game. So does it kind of feel like an Animal Crossing, but like Animal Crossing with like a farmersonly.com or something?
It's got a different pace than Animal Crossing. So Animal Crossing is very laid back. There's no time element. I mean, there's real time element, but there's no like kind of stress of doing anything during the day. Where Stardew Valley, I mean, it's a relaxing game, but when you first start playing it, there's limited time during the day, and there's limited days during a season, and there's certain objectives that you need to do that you can only do during a specific season. Like one of the objectives might be like grow 10 pumpkins, and pumpkins may take 20 days to grow. So there's 30
Blumpkins.
days in the season. No, not Blumpkin, pumpkin. And then, so if you don't grow the pumpkins in time, then you miss out on that objective, and then you'll have to wait for the entire season or the entire year to pass, which can be like 15 hours. So there is, up front, there was some amount of stress, even though it's not a stressful game, but there was some amount of stress I felt in like, oh man, I gotta do this because I don't want to have to wait until the next season and, 15 hours to be able to do these objectives. But I mean, it's brought up in conversations with Animal Crossing a lot, but it is, the gameplay loop is definitely different. But I mean, it's fun. I put like 100 hours into it. I mean, it's really fun.
Yeah, I got overwhelmed a little bit in that game because of the like 15-minute days or whatever.
Yeah, it goes by quick.
Yeah, it seemed like you didn't have enough time in the day to do anything.
Yeah, it really, and once you get things to like automate watering your crops and like doing things like that, then you get time to do other things. But early in the game, it's like, I don't have time to do anything, and like you have to eat stuff to get your energy, and it's like I barely have enough resources to get food. But once you get into the flow of it, then it's really rewarding, where it's like, oh, my farm's pretty much like automated, and then I can go do whatever I want. So it's cool. What you got for your top three, Moose?
So my top three, my number 3 is Dragon Age Origins. I played that game when it first came out, like, I don't know, in like 2009 or whatever, and it was on PC. It was the first game I remember distinctly where you could romance characters. I don't think it was very graphic. It's not like a Witcher. There was like no nudity from what I remember, but you could romance pretty much any character you wanted, within reason, I guess. But so that was the first game I could think of. The second one would be Witcher 3, and Emil explained that one. There's like romance is a pretty big part of that game. Final Fantasy VII would probably be my top one, just because it's not, again, it's like not, there's no graphic romance at all, but everybody wants to bang Cloud. Doesn't matter if it's a man or a woman or whatever, they all want to bang him. So He's like the ladies' man without doing anything to be a ladies' man, I guess. But Final Fantasy VII is number one. What's that?
So he's kind of like Darkseid.
Yeah, basically, everybody wants to bang Darkseid. 9 out of 10 people want to bang Darkseid.
That's right. Get all those platinums, man. People want you.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. All that bling, dude.
All right, Muff, what you got for your top 3 love games?
Top 3 love games I played. Number 3, Leisure Suit Larry. Come on, Don Louder. That was actually a lot of fun. Like college atmosphere and always trying to get ass. Number 2, could be a 1B, but number 2, hands down, The Sims. The shit you can do in The Sims, recreate, simulate life, fuck everybody.
I forgot about The Sims. That's a good one.
I forgot about The Sims as well, yeah.
And I played this a lot, probably on PC. Shit, we're talking about 20 years ago or more. Jennifer plays it a lot. To this day, she still plays it. She got me playing it again. Last year, when the pandemic first hit, I got into it again for a while. It was fun. She got me fucking a mermaid or some shit right now. It's crazy. And number 1's gonna be Tecmo Super Bowl. Hey y'all, Montana is always giving it to Rice. Bob Nelson, all-time getting in the sack, and Warren Moon.
With that mustache.
Mustache rides, baby.
Yep.
All right, Darkseid, what you got for your top 3?
Fucking mom, man. In no
You
particular
gotta follow
order.
that up, man.
Metal Gear Solid 2.
Oh.
The best of the Metal Gears.
Alright, now you're just losing your mind.
No. The best Metal Gear Solid. Hands down, bar none. Raiden and his girlfriend Rosemary. That relationship in that game. That was the first time that I played a game where it seemed like it was a real relationship. They obviously loved each other. They had a lot of issues. Trying to work through them. I thought it was great. Another one. The greatest game of all time. You all know what that is. The Last of Us Part 2.
You fucking idiot. Go on.
Greatest game of all time. Everybody should play it. Clearly a love game.
That game cannot be overhyped, by the way, Bash. Just to put your mind at ease.
Can't be
still play it.
Probably the greatest graphics, greatest story, greatest gameplay, greatest everything.
Melvin doesn't hype it up enough, so it can't be that good of a game.
Yeah. Gotta get on that.
That was an amazing game.
If you don't play it,
Amazing game.
then you're dead inside. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I am
Lastly-
dead inside. So.
Yeah, it might be your doing, Darkseid.
I will fill you up with love, Bash.
Thank
If
you.
you know what I
Yeah,
mean.
Thank you.
I think this needs to be offline.
No, I want to film it. Anyways, my last pick is The Darkness. Anyone play The Darkness?
I'm always fighting the darkness.
It was
comic book?
Yeah, it was based on a comic book, old school. I think it came out in 2009, 2010, first person shooter. There's a relationship in the game that basically starts the chain reaction to the whole thing, where the main character, his name is Jackie, his girlfriend, I think her name is Jennifer. They have a really loving relationship in the beginning. He's like a low level gangster. She's just like a nice person who's his girlfriend. And spoiler alert for an old game, some rival gangsters end up killing her, like real brutally in front of him, which starts him to access his powers, and basically go on a rampage and kill them all. The reason that this game sticks out to me is because their relationship, even though it was only like maybe the first hour of the game, it was really loving, and you could tell that they really, got along together. And there's a point in that game where you're both just sitting down on the couch and she lays down in your lap and you can rub her head. And if you look at the TV, you're watching the movie To Kill a Mockingbird. And if you don't press any buttons, you can watch the whole movie with her while she sleeps on your lap. And I thought that was fucking amazing.
Did you watch the whole movie?
I did not watch the whole movie, but I probably put a good 20 minutes into it just to see how long it would last.
Have you ever seen that movie?
It wasn't until years later that I realized that you could actually watch the whole movie. But those are my 3.
Now, if you watch that movie that way, the entire movie, would you count it as watching the movie? If somebody asked you, have you seen the movie?
I don't know. I've seen it many times. It's black and white. Brian wouldn't like it.
Yeah, I've seen it. I watched it in school. I think they had us watch it in school after we read the book.
Melbro, what you got for your top 3?
Number 3 was the game that I played last year. It was a mobile game, and it won a lot of awards. I bought it on Switch, though. Mobile games work well on Switch. Florence. Have you guys heard of this game?
Florence?
No, just from what you mentioned, I think.
Yeah. So it's a puzzle game primarily. We just do stuff like figure out how to get your laundry in the washing machine and shit like that. But it's like the story that they tell about. It's weird, like
gotta wash out that snake.
Wait a minute, wait. You didn't like Control because you had to like file paperwork, but you're like, oh, I love this game about doing my laundry.
Do the laundry, do the dishes, shit that I do in real life, man. But it's about this girl, and she meets this guy, and they both just like build a great connection. They talk about their dreams and aspirations. It's like a 2-hour game. And there's like a big breakup scene, and then they, I won't spoil it, but kind of, fighting back and forth whether they're going to get back together or not. But it's just like the way that they slowly unfolded the story, and kind of like, it's almost told in like a comic book style in a way. I thought it was pretty dope. Then number 2 for me, one of the best games of all time, like Darkside said, The Last of Us 2.
Oh yeah.
The relationship between Ellie and what was her love interest name?
Dina?
Yeah.
Dina, yeah.
Pretty forgettable, right?
Yeah, right.
They had a really good, even though the game really isn't about love, it's more about revenge, but I like their love story in this game. Like, there were some scenes, like we talked about on our podcast episode, where they were, like, down, smoking weed in, like, this little chamber, and just getting romantic and getting freaky. I thought it was,
number 2
good
for
scenes.
a reason.
And then number 1 for me is God of War. I think the first one on PS. When you first turn on the game, it's like you see like this boat, and then like the next cutscene is like titty meat, and he's like he's smashing these 2 chicks. You guys remember that?
You say a motorboat and then titty meat?
Yeah. So he was obviously the game isn't about love, but I thought that cutscene was pretty memorable.
Emil, you had a good God of War love cutscene. You want to tell that story real quick?
That was in my past, Brian. But, that was
no, tell us
that was
story
crazy.
From your future.
That was crazy. Was that God of War 3?
Yeah, it was God of War 3.
3, right? Yeah, 3 is when it was crazy. It was crazy. I was playing, and there was a sex scene, and I forget what the sex scene actually did. Did it even like
fucking
give
Aphrodite,
you
man?
Like I don't even remember, but like it was part of the game, and I was playing, and it was pretty loud, and it was making all these sounds and shit. And then I had neighbors across the hall, and they knocked on my door.
You were making sounds?
I don't know. Like it was literally a sex scene. If you were playing a sex scene in the game.
Emil's pressing buttons.
It was like
making sounds, and the neighbors didn't like it.
How many women were in the room with you? And it just kept making all these noises, and my TV was really loud, and I was like, oh shit, like, this is kind of like really loud. Anyway. And then, they knocked, and they used to, like, give me food and stuff, like, it was, 2 girls.
So that one memorable night.
Oh, dude, they came in, and I had to, like, pause the game, like, as it was, like, as I was playing in mid. So,
butt naked Kratos on you, frozen on your TV screen.
I thought you didn't pause the game, and that was what
I
made
thought
it
you
funny.
continued playing the game in front of the neighbors.
Pause it, like, and then
continues playing and making eye contact with the neighbors. Won't break the eye contact.
Set it on the table and get the fuck out.
But yeah, that was that. It was very odd, to say the least.
Did they comment on it, or
no?
Act like it didn't happen.
Yeah, exactly. They act like it didn't happen, and then kind of just put the food down.
Never brought you food again, right?
Never came back, and I wondered why ever since.
All right, Spiral, what you got for your top 3?
So I have an honorable mention first. I didn't mention this in the Fire Emblem portion of the podcast, but I was romancing this character, Dorothea. Her look was great. She had like these thigh-high boots on and dark hair, green eyes. She looked great. I was like, I'm all about Dorothea. Then there's a time jump, and her costume changed, and she was kind of covered up. Then there's the other chick in the beginning of the game. Her name is Petra, and she's from a different land. So she's got she's kind of new to country. So she's got like some broken English and stuff. Like there's no accent, but she doesn't use her words right. I'm like, she's okay. She looks pretty attractive, but so she's gonna half dumb. I don't know if I want to hang out with this chick. And then 5 years, time jump, and then she's got a new outfit and she's looking like Slave Leia. So I'm like, okay, no more Dorothy. I'm all about Petra. So, that's my honorable mention. My number 3 would be.
Go ahead, sorry.
Go ahead. No,
that was an honorable mention.
Yeah.
Honorable mention.
I can't wait to hear what 1, 2, and 3 are.
Yeah.
The reasoning, I want to hear Muff's idea about this love romance stuff, because you guys are talking about Lolo peck on the cheeks, fucking Zelda and Toad and some sort of 3-way with those characters. Like, for me, I need to see some fucking nudity, right, Muff?
That's the thing. When we were at the strip club in Tampa, we went there 5 minutes, and I get lap dance, and she turns around, cowgirl style, grabs my hands and forced them on her breast. That ain't love, that's just friendship. So you trying to say Mario and Peach in love, and nope.
Love comes in many forms, Muff.
Muff doesn't know love unless it burns when he pees.
It always burns when you pee.
So yeah, I agree with that, Brian. That's love, and the first ever The Witcher 2 has these pretty graphic love scenes. The game opens up with you and Triss Merigold on a bed. Obviously, after the fact, she's completely naked. You see her breasts, you see everything down below. You see Geralt's rear. Very graphic. That's the kind of love I'm looking for in a video game for sure. So that's my number 3, and I'm excited to play The Witcher 3 to see more of her and Yennefer and those characters.
Witcher 3 in VR?
I don't believe it is, no.
I don't think so.
That's what we call a missed opportunity.
Number 2 for me is Dragon Age Inquisition. Like all the other BioWare games, you can do romances with multiple characters, same-sex characters, whatever. But Dragon Age Inquisition was the first time where I actually saw nudity in a game. And it was like full frontal, this girl that I was trying to romance. That kind of shocked me, to be honest. Like, I've never seen, like that type of a graphic nudity in a game. Even in the Mass Effect games, it doesn't go to that length when you just see her entire chest. So I was kind of amazed that it happened. It was pretty neat. And I think all silliness aside, in reality, I think that type of stuff is pretty gratuitous, but I think it also proves that video games can be a medium taken seriously, like movies and things like that. It's a legit form of entertainment, and it's not just playing games that are for kids. There are adult games too, and I think BioWare kind of pushed the envelope on that. And speaking of BioWare, my number 1 is the original Mass Effect, because that's the first game I ever played. It came out in 2008, where you could actually romance a character, multiple characters. And then there's a sex scene, which isn't really that graphic. But you can romance different types of characters, humans, aliens, and it's hilarious because I remember hearing about this game before I even played it because it made the news. And I don't know if you guys have heard this story, but, Fox News had a segment on this game saying it was a sex simulator set in space.
Yeah, I did hear that. And nobody at Fox News actually played the game.
Right. Taking things completely out of context. It's a space soap opera. The romance and sex scenes are a very small component of the game. But Fox News, of course, went above and beyond. They had a whole panel on it talking about this game, talking about how BioWare is marketing this game towards kids, even though it's rated M. One of the critics even said that the game is the Luke Skywalker meets Debbie Does Dallas game. Fucking ridiculous. So it's kind of interesting.
That would be a great thing to see.
Yeah, that does act like a good game.
Yeah,
but Fox
And
News
nude
got
Mark
a lot
Hamill,
better,
I
right?
mean, come on,
right,
man.
guys. Fox News, they always tell the truth nowadays, huh? Right?
That's true, right? Exactly.
Bullshit. They fucking suck. Continue.
So that's my top 3.
All right, Bash, you want to round things out with your top 3 love games of all time?
I go number 3. I feel like the funniest thing I'd ever seen at the time when I was like 18, Leisure Suit Larry, the first one.
yes.
If I played it now, I probably wouldn't think like any of it was funny, but like at the time, the game's like fucking hilarious.
It is.
You can like blow your dick off with a venereal disease. Like, it's fun. Like,
Hey, some of the best things come from true stories.
That's a weekend for Muff,
Yeah.
pixely as hell. It's one of the old school art like adventure games where you actually got to type in what you want to do. I kind of miss that. I wish they would make more games like that, but I guess it's just easier to use a mouse pointer nowadays. But okay, number 2, I'd say Shadow of the Colossus. It's a solid game. One of my favorite games ever. Maybe a top 5 game of all time. Number 1, probably Final Fantasy VI. Like the whole subplot with Locke, it's like totally optional, but you like walk into one house and it starts this whole subplot with where his girlfriend fell down a shaft or something and it was his fault, and it goes like she's in a coma and blah, blah, blah. Like back when I was like 16, like I never expected anything like that out of a video game, and then there you go. And then it has a subplot with Celes because she looks like his girlfriend and blah. I guess I don't want to spoil anything, but yeah, it was a big deal back then. That really stands out for me still. But
Yeah, that's another one of those. That's another one of those games where it's like the combination of like 16-bit graphics, but like really serious themes and things like that. Yeah, it's good.
And they even threw in like a teenage pregnancy, like at some point in the game. I won't tell you where, but yeah, progressive for
Behind the bleachers at the football school game.
Yeah,
the
pretty
football
much.
school
Yeah,
game?
yeah. No, it was at the Quidditch diamond, whatever they call it.
At the Tecmo Bowl field.
That would blow Muff's mind if he's playing a Final Fantasy game. They go to a football game. Oh, it's Tecmo Field. Yeah.
Final Fantasy X, that's basically football with the underwater.
Blitzball or whatever.
Oh,
it's called.
Blitzball, man. Only the nerdiest of the nerds played Blitzball.
Man, that game mode was annoying as shit.
All right, so that's going to do it for our top 3 love games. So we recently had a giveaway where we were giving away a month of PlayStation Now. Melbro, you provided that. Thank you. Month of PlayStation Now for anybody who reached out to us with any questions or any of their favorite love games. So we did get a question from Chris, and so I'm just going to throw this out to the group. You guys just answer if you've got any comments. He says, "Hey guys, some questions for y'all. Doesn't seem like you guys play a lot of real-time strategy games. Did any of you guys ever play StarCraft, the OG one? If so, what race did you play?"
I did not play any really real-time strategy games. I never played StarCraft, mainly because I didn't have a computer that could run it at the time. And then when I got older, I was like, fuck old games. Right, Spiral?
Exactly. Isn't StarCraft only on PC?
Yeah.
Well,
give me
You
other
got ports here
examples
and
of RTS.
Command and Conquer.
Yeah, Command and
Command and
Conquer
Conquer
is
is
the
a
big
big
one.
one.
I played Command and Conquer on and off.
Halo
for a
Wars.
while, but, yeah.
If you played Halo Wars at all. So I played
Halo Wars,
StarCraft
Advance
a little bit
Wars.
back in the day. I was terrible at it. I played StarCraft 2 more than StarCraft 1. And I guess probably must be a generational thing or something. But I never played that much of the first one, and I was pretty bad at it. I think the Zerg was the way to go, from what I remember. But yeah, I think I went online before and got my ass beat pretty bad.
Zerg, my orbs.
Yeah.
I used to
That's
play a
all I
lot
know
of
about
Command and
StarCraft.
Conquer as a kid.
You know what my favorite RTS game is? So, Chris, you could try this one. I think it's free, actually, on PC. Warzone 2100. That game was awesome.
Is that an old game?
It's an
Is that a
old game.
Super Nintendo game?
No, they had a PlayStation
PlayStation.
release, but it was
Oh.
a PC game. It's a good game. Try it out if you haven't played it.
Yeah, real-time strategy games are really, really PC focused because you need a lot of those
It's-
extra keys to do a lot of the shit.
And having a mouse, it just saves so much time.
Yeah.
So I still don't follow real-time strategy. What I don't know. I guess I've never played any
think
of them.
about it as like, okay, so you got first-person games, third-person games, and this is like almost like a fourth-person game or whatever, where you're above the entire battlefield. You see the whole
Well-
battlefield in front of you.
Okay.
It would be like, so Shining Force is a strategy game. So it would be like if Shining Force took place in real time. So instead of it being turn-based, all of their enemies and guys were moving at the same time that you were moving all your guys. So it's a lot more like you gotta have like fast-paced decisions. Like, what do they call it? Like clicks per second or moves per second or like something crazy where like you're doing a ton of actions. Like it's like actions per minute, something like that. But yeah, you're pretty much managing all your troops at the same time that they're moving their troops. So it's more frantic than just a typical strategy game. But it would be like if Shining Force were moving in real time.
I used to play Joe Montana Sports Talk football from the blimp view.
It's just like that.
Mhm.
Yeah, it might be
Yeah,
similar,
it's exactly
actually.
like that.
Okay.
Play Age of
It might be
Empires,
similar.
you'll have a
It'd be like-
similar experience.
Yeah, it'd be like you're the coach, right, from that view. And I don't know, maybe it's kind of hard to make that analogy, I guess.
North versus South on the 8-bit Nintendo.
That's
That's
Yeah,
not-
there you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll work.
That was a fun game. I had never been no StarCrafting.
I did play Kessen. I think it was on the PlayStation 2. If anyone
Kessen!
remembers that one.
Emil remembers that one, right, Emil?
Yeah, I remember it not being Dynasty Warriors.
Yeah. I think that might be the last RTS I played.
Yeah, I
I
know.
have bought a bunch, though.
Pikmin is the closest thing I've played to a
Pikmin,
real-time
yeah,
strategy
Pikmin,
game.
I would count that as RTS. I mean, it's kind of a RTS light or something, but it's an RTS.
Yeah, you gotta have that light. You know.
Yeah, it's
So
like
do you have to
this is
like
Nintendo.
not be turn-based? You have to not be turn-based for it to
No,
so like
it's-
an Advanced Wars or a War Group is that real time?
No, that's tactical strategy, tactical turn-based or whatever. But like, so real time. I mean, it happens in real time, which means
Okay.
that there's no turn-based. So RTS, if you ever see that acronym, that's what it is.
I think, like, coincidentally, like last week, I downloaded a game off of the Switch. It's Herzog 2. It's German words. Don't remember what
Yeah.
they mean, but it's kind of
Why
like,
not, right?
Yeah, I like his movies.
and it's like it's a Sega Genesis game, but it's kind of like the game that actually inspired like Command and Conquer and like Dune that came before that. It's like an RTS, but I haven't gotten that far, and I'm not even through the tutorial yet. But instead of using like moving your cursor, you control it's like a transformable like jet robot that you pilot around, and you use that to move your units around and stuff. And it's really difficult. I haven't got that far, and I might beat it by the end of next month, so I'll bring that up then. But
You're playing that on Switch?
yeah.
Because I that's a pricey one to get on Genesis, so I didn't know it was on Switch. I've never played it.
Yeah, they added a tutorial and stuff, so.
Yeah, I didn't know there were difficult games on the Switch.
Yeah, nothing as difficult as My Name is Mayonnaise or whatever the shit you platinum and out that you're the one that possess. Anyway.
I got the platinum, baby.
So Chris knows that we keep it classy around here, so he gave us another question. Would you rather have penises for fingers or a finger for a penis? So I'll open that question up to you guys.
Is the
Definitely,
finger the same size as my current penis, or
I
Because that
assume it
could
would
be, I
be
mean-
a finger, like you would take an index finger and replace your penis with that.
I mean, like Andre the Giant's finger, or I mean,
I would definitely have penises for fingers. Any opportunity to come on as many things as I possibly can.
I go to shake Darkseid's hand and it just grows into like 5 oak trees or something.
Man,
I take the
Go ahead, Moose.
the penis or the finger for my penis, so that way I could scratch my balls anytime I wanted.
There you
Ah.
go. Moose is thinking.
With his
Outside the box, you know.
That's right.
finger. He's thinking with his finger.
I definitely could not have penises for fingers because as much as my dick sneezes, it'd be looking like I got cocaine everywhere.
Drink more water, Bob. Drink more
straight
water.
straight powder, right?
Get dehydrated.
Anybody,
Spiral
anybody have anything else to add to this? All right, he said, "Keep it real, guys. It's fun listening to you guys give each other shit." So thanks, Chris, for your submission. We will send you the code for that month of PlayStation Now.
Congrats, Chris.
Thanks, Chris.
Congrats, Chris.
What up, Chris?
All right, so we're going to move into round things out. Quick trivia game. So I kind of stole this from another podcast, yeah, not directly. Radio Free Nintendo. I listen to them all the time. Love that podcast. So they had a podcast trivia game where so similar to this one. So I picked out a bunch of games that have the word love in the title. They may not necessarily deal with like love themes, but so I'm going to read off a bunch of games. Some of them are real, some of them are fake, and you guys just have to let me know, is the game real or is the game fake? All right, the first game, Nurse Love Addiction.
Oh,
Fake.
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 That is real for the
I told you
Nintendo
guys.
Switch.
It's really
It's real.
fake.
Next game, Time for Love.
Fake.
sounds too generic.
sounds
Yeah.
exhausting.
Fake.
That is fake. Next game, Say Goodnight, My Lovely.
Fake.
Real.
I think I might have
That's
heard
real.
That's real.
I'll say
It sounds
fake.
real, but I'm gonna say
It's
fake.
fake.
fake. Damn.
Shit.
All right. The next one, I Love Horses.
Oh, that's real.
Real.
That is
That
real.
sounds like a DS game. Yeah.
You are right. That's
It's
the
a DS game, yeah.
All right. The next one, I Love Horses, Rider's Paradise.
Also
Real.
Real, I'll say.
That is also real. That was for the Wii. They must have ported the DS game to the Wii and added the Rider's Paradise.
Another port.
Nintendo.
All right. The next game, I Love My Horse.
Fake.
I'm gonna say real.
That is real. That is
Oh,
real.
That's
damn.
real.
All these
For the
loving
for the
horse
3DS.
games.
That was the first game, so.
All right. The next
Horses
game.
and cats.
The next game,
Horses
I Love
you love.
Karaoke.
Real.
Real.
Fake.
That is fake. That is, as far as I know, that is fake.
Brian did zero research.
Well, I didn't research a fake title that I came up with. The next one, I Love My Little Boy.
Oh, what?
Real. Darkseid.
Darkseid came out with the game.
Translates different in Japanese. I'm gonna say that's real,
It
bro.
sounds like
said
it
real.
shouldn't be real, but it's probably real.
That is real. That is real. I think that was
Oh.
a European only game. I'm not entirely sure. That was for 3DS. It might have been downloadable only. I don't really know.
It's
Um,
actually about cougars.
The next game, there was also I Love My Little Girl, a companion one to that. I didn't include that on the list.
Oh, they're like Pokemon Gold and Silver.
The next one, I Love My Grandma.
Real.
Oh,
Real.
man.
Fake.
This is
Fake.
like deja vu all of a sudden. I don't like this.
Well, it's fake. Hopefully that resolves some of your dilemma there, Buff. The next game, I Love Puppies.
Real.
Real. Yeah.
That is real.
That's a 3DS game.
Regular DS, but
Or
yeah.
DS, yeah.
The next game, I Love My Pets.
Probably real.
Real.
That is also real. The next
Just
game,
put anything on a Game Boy, huh?
the next game, I Love the Zoo.
Real.
Fake.
Fake.
That was fake. The next game, I Love Beauty, Hollywood Makeover.
Real.
What's real?
These got to be DS games. All these are DS games.
A lot for DS. This is DS. That is real. The next game, Lovely Lisa.
Hey.
Fake.
That's a movie, so I'm gonna say fake.
Yeah, is it fake?
That is real.
Yeah.
What? Is it based off the movie? Is it a
Capcom.
licensed game?
I have no idea. Probably not. It's DS. I don't know.
Has
what
Philip
movie
Seymour
that-
Hoffman? Maybe that's
Oh.
Love Liza. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I doubt. I doubt the DS has a Philip Seymour Hoffman inspired game. The next game, Lovely Lisa and Friends.
Hey. All right.
Real.
That is real. That
Yeah.
is real. The next game, Lovely Lisa and Family.
Rule
Yeah,
of
that's
three, so
getting-
that one's got to be fake.
Last couple of years, that's gotten more popular on the Pornhub.
That is fake. That is fake. The next game, Bury Me, My Love.
Oh God,
I think that's real.
that's real.
That is real on the Switch. The next game, Princess in Love.
That's some bullshit.
Probably real.
That is real. On the DS again. The next game, Puki no Hime, Love Dimension.
I love
That's nothing that Ryan can make up. That's real.
Gotta be real.
I made that up, Melvin.
You made
that
it
up.
up.
Made that
Oh
up.
shit.
Is there such a
next
game,
game.
called Pookie something?
Love in the Great Beyond, Ghost Stories.
Real.
Ooh.
I made that one up too. That's
Oh,
fake.
shit.
Fake game.
That was
Damn,
bait for Muff, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
Like Ghost from Patrick Swayze or something.
All right, the next one, You Know, a girl who chants love at the bound of this world.
Juno,
You Know.
Muff
Yeah.
knows?
The Last
Yeah.
of Us girl.
Any thoughts
Real.
on that one?
That's real.
That one
That's
is real.
real.
That was real for the Nintendo Switch. Great system.
Jesus, Nintendo.
All these games are like DS or Switch.
Yeah.
All right, 5 more. So real quick, Sakura Wars, So Long, My Love.
That's real.
Fake.
That is real. That is real. Teacher Forgive Me, College Love Life.
Byron liked it. That's real.
Spiral cheesing.
That is fake. That is fake.
Dang it.
All you
Hello
see is
Kitty.
his head over the card charm, just happy as can be right now.
Hello Kitty, Lovely Fruit Park.
Fake.
Real.
Real.
That is real.
Damn.
Love Smile 2, Love Again.
Fake.
That's a lot of effort.
That is fake.
Real.
It is
Oh,
fake.
that's fake. Wow.
And the last one, LOL, Lack of Love.
Real.
That's real.
Lack of love? Lack of
That is
love?
real.
Wow.
That is real. Yep. All right, so that's going to do it for the Love episode. Muff, you want to tell people where they can find us on social media?
You can find us at Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Beat of the Month. Contact us on our website, beatofthemonth.com, and send us an email, like Chris just did, to win himself a subscription to PS Now for the month giveaway. Woohoo! Beat of the Month.
That
And
email,
on Twitch.
gmail.com.
Yeah,
on
we're on Twitch all the time.
.tv/beat of the month.
All right, so that's going to do it for this episode of Beat of the Month. In 2 weeks, we are going to be back with a deep dive look at Spider-Man and
that's a
Spider-Man
piece of
Miles
bullshit.
Morales.
Oh,
So
that
that's-
reminds me. I actually beat Miles Morales this month, too. Forgot
There you
about
go.
that.
So we'll talk
Yeah.
about that one in depth next episode. So until then, thanks for listening, and we'll catch you next time.
We talk about Spider-Man like on every episode.
Well, get
We
ready
didn't
for
talk about it at all this episode.
Hashtag mobile.
No.
Yeah, Muff is
Hashtag-
technical
hashtag
every
Marvel.
episode. You complaining about Spider-Man.
There's legendary. Check
Thanks,
Marvel.
everyone.
And then there's
Hospital
the
is on. You don't get any
Spider-Man.
money.
Beat of the month. Beat of the month. Gotta have me my beat of the month.
Muff does have a point, though. We do talk about that game a lot.
Spider-Man?
Spider-Man like all the time.
Yeah.
Really?
I don't remember talking about it last episode.
We talk about Spider-Man
No.
all the goddamn time.
I don't remember
Well,
talking about it.
I
We
think
talked
it's
about it,
because
uh,
a lot of us played it recently. Because
Yeah,
just
we all-
played it. Darkseid just played it.
Yeah, we
played
just
Miles
did play
Morales.
the Miles Morales, so we talked about it a little.
Beat of the month. Beat of the month. Gotta have me my beat of the month.
What you eating?
I got some Chuck E. Cheese pizza, man.
Oh shit, the good stuff, man.
Yeah.
Casey's is that good stuff, right, Brian?
Chuck
Yeah,
E.
that's
Cheese,
better than
man.
Crazy Mike's pizza that I'm eating.
Oh shit.
Crazy Mice is not that good.
Had to go to the gas station for that premium stuff.
Like, this is the primo shit here. Kelly's Market.
Oh yeah.
Did you actually go to Chuck E. Cheese?
We had to deliver it on DoorDash.
Oh, you actually ordered it for the pizza.
Yeah, they have good pizza, man.
Oh, I thought it was like Tombstone or whatever. I didn't know people actually ate Chuck E. Cheese or Chuck E. Cheese for the pizza.
Just go for the skee ball.
I didn't know they delivered either.
Yeah, they deliver,
close to
man.
the children.
Yeah. They have a really good garlic crust that I like.
Oh,
And
nice.
the kids like it too. They think that Chucky makes the pizza, so.
Beat of the month. Beat of the month. Gotta have me my beat of the month.
What space games are you guys gonna play?
Fuck Space, man.
Space Jam.
Is that legit the theme?
Is there a game called Space Jam?
Oh,
I've
yeah.
got it.
What system?
Sega Saturn.
Oh shit.
Or maybe I sold it. I don't remember.
Does it have Jordan in it?
I would assume it would.
If it had Wilt Chamberlain in it, that'd be a love game.
Hey,
I have a confession to make. I've never actually seen Space Jam.
What?
You
I
ain't
don't
You were
believe
like
you.
40 years old when it came out, so that makes sense.
That was a classic.
Why is it called
movie.
Space Jam? Are they actually in space playing basketball?
You have to
Yeah.
watch it to know.
Watch him find out, man.
I'm never gonna watch this.
Yeah,
Fucking
what?
Michael
Against
Jordan
aliens,
can't
man.
act. Can't play baseball.
Who's Michael
Did
Jordan?
they ever bring out? I thought part 2 was supposed to come out with LeBron. Did that ever come out?
I think
No,
I think
I
it
don't
comes out
believe
this
so.
year.
Yeah, shit.
He's working on it. Nobody wants to be in it with him.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he had a lot of trouble getting people to actually be in it because how stupid it is.
I'll be in it.
Yeah.
Brian.
Tell him to text Brian.
Top billing. LeBron
Is it
James
too
and
loud?
Brian Delquist.
Yeah.
But there's LeBron and White LeBron in the same movie.
Beat of the month. Beat of the month. Gotta have me my beat of the month.
Brian,
Yeah, did we ever answer
Dead
that
Space
question?
is,
Do you have
is
to be
just okay.
within the game? Do you have to actually fly around in space at some point, or can you just arrive on another planet or be on another planet and count it as a space game?
Well, what I was saying about context was like it really depends. So like if you're playing a game and you're the race of
Mars.
the Ding Dang race, right? And you're on planet Ding Dang, but you don't actually do anything space related. You're just some different species on some different planet. I wouldn't consider that a space game, even though you're not humans on planet Earth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I get what
So
you're
I mean,
saying.
it
Yeah, I
has
get
to
it.
involve space.
You have to like
Some
fly to
way.
another
So,
like
so
either
what if
space
you're a
or-
human that's colonizing another planet, and then like shit goes wrong, kind of thing? Does that count as a space game? That's kind of what I was asking.
What game are you
Wait,
talking
Destiny
about?
again?
Like The Martian with what's his name, Matt Damon.
That would count.
Yeah, if that was a game, that would be a space.
But
game.
that movie, they're in space a lot, right?
I don't know, man. I'm just trying to give an example of somebody on another planet that, like,
Not from that planet?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
game that you were talking about earlier, when I looked it up, it comes out in April. I kind of stopped answering your questions because I'm not
I know,
even
but
gonna bother.
here's the thing: it's gonna come up one way or another in some
I'm
game
sure
that
it
somebody's gonna
will.
play.
Oh,
I'd like to
guaranteed.
get an answer
Get it out there now. Huh?
before I pick a game, and you guys are like, "No."
I think
Even though I'll
the
talk about
answer
it
is-
anyway.
I think
Play games
Yeah.
that please Darkside.
Beat of the month. Beat of the month. Gotta have me my beat of the month.
Oh, I forgot to mention for Love Games, the Order 1886.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there was that was the first time that I saw male genitalia in a video game.
In a video game.
What is love? Dark side, don't squirt me. Don't squirt me. No mo. Dark side, don't squirt me, don't squirt me, no more. What is love? I don't know how much you care. I give you my love and it's in your hair. Muff likes tie, butts and thongs. Now there's a bit in your eye. What is love? Dark side, don't squirt me, don't squirt me, no more. What is love? Dark side, don't squirt me, don't squirt me, no more. L, bro, L, bro, my L, bro. L, bro, L, bro, my L, bro.